Let's roll. And let's lock it up. Pictures up.
Take one.
Made. Marker.
And action.
So the reason we chose to shoot Blythe, California and Crenshaw, Los Angeles is because we had such a massive cast. It helped a lot with the scheduling of the film and essentially made the film possible and more practical. We had a really big cast full of Oscar nominees and winners. Peter Falk, Diane Ladd, we had Val Kilmer, we had Oscar winner Cloris Leachman. For us to shoot this film outside of Los Angeles would have cost us so much more money because we shot it within what they call the zone, according to the Screen Actors Guild. Deep down, I knew that Ronnie had to carry this film. And not only that, he had to work with actors that, you know, most actors would be intimidated by.
Stop it! Because the next time I warn you, I'm gonna put you in the ground.
I'm leaving for good. I want you to come with me.
Ethan, what the hell's wrong with you lately?
I'm a cougar in the jungle. I'm a one-eyed coyote.
You're dancing with the devil.
Oh my God.
You've got an odor. Your own particular odor. It's making me ill. Throwing up in my mouth a little bit. At least the garden looks good.
Got any H? I want that right now, and I'll pay any price to get it.
The beast will run amongst men. Nations will topple. Cities will burn.
A lot of this cast are people that I never thought I would have a chance to work with in my lifetime.
Spread your mud flaps.
The first person to actually sign on to the picture was Rip Torn. And wow.
I could never figure that one out. I like Kenny. I even like you. I can't figure that one out either. But I want you out of my life because you just drive me crazy.
And he's everything you think he would be.
Big old jerk. Oh, give me a real food.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
He's a tough old bird, this guy, and he's awesome.
I could crush you like a bug, Squatty. Crush you like a fucking roach.
You know, I think a lot of the time when we were shooting, he was truly experiencing some of the moments.
Fake it, idiot.
But see, once we got Rip attached, then we were able to get Diane Ladd interested. And then Diane sunk her teeth into the role big time.
And he's sweating, and he's shivering, and he's fading in and out of consciousness, for God's sake. I want that shit right now, and I'll pay any price to get it. Do you understand that, you comprende, you motherfucker cocksucker?
Relax.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you, boy. I'm gonna cut you deep.
So at that point, we had multiple Oscar nominees in the film. So we were able to, well, actually, Diane picked up the phone and called up Cloris Leachman and said, "Hey, Cloris, I got a film you ought to do." And before we knew it, we had Cloris in the role of Sandy.
You're still wearing your tux.
Well, you know, I'm just so happy for him still, you know?
Hey, Ethan, have you talked to Samantha lately?
Yeah.
The point is, darling, you know that she doesn't work at Bigger Burger anymore, don't you?
Yeah, she does. She got promoted and she'll be working nights now.
Boy, you believe that?
Why wouldn't I?
I've always been in love with Lynn Shay's work. I'd seen her in so many films where she's just hilarious.
Turn over, I'll show you what to do with it. Get in your ass!
That's wrong.
Is that a cucumber?
She is convinced that she's Barbara Streisand in the movie.
You're not Barbara Streisand. No, you're not.
There were a couple people we went after to play the role of Todd that Val Kilmer ended up playing. Just happened to get Val when he felt like doing a comedy. And the guy is hilarious. I mean, on set, he was just cracking everybody up. I mean, it was hard to keep a straight face with Val on set because the minute we would cut, he would just bust it into laughter and get everybody cracking up. Val just, doing crazy things at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's really a nice guy and just a total pro. Turn it on and get there.
No man has greater love than this, that a man lay down his life for his brother, John, 15 or thereabouts. Okay. You're dancing with the devil. Oh my God.
Bruce Dern is just a powerhouse. Diane Ladd called up Bruce Dern, her ex-husband, and said, "Bruce, I got a part for you in this movie. It's terrific." Bruce came and just nailed it. You have a character like Rip's character, Trevor, who's terrorizing Ethan, and then on the other side you have George's father, played by Bruce Dern, Cliff, terrorizing Ethan for seeing his daughter.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Everything about you is wrong. Everything. This girl is 17 years old, you sick fuck.
Bruce is protecting his daughter in the film, which adds an interesting element. It's like a dichotomy of these two villains, I guess you could say, in the movie. Probably the person I am the most proud of in American Cowslip is Ronnie G. Blevins. Ronnie is all of a sudden on screen with all these Oscar winners and nominees and old school Hollywood people, and he held his own. Most of the cast came up to me after we finished a scene in private and go, "God, I really like this kid." I'm like, "Me too. He's great."
He looks and listens very well. He's got an extreme amount of talent, and he's willing to learn, and he picks it up right away in the take. Even with very limited rehearsal, I don't like rehearsal much in movies, but he will be a movie star.
He's a fantastic writer too. I mean, the guy really has a comic sense ability that, where that really comes from is that Ronnie's not restricted at all. That's what makes him such a great actor.
What is that?
Excuse me. Can you please turn down the music so we can talk?
No, can't do it, Holly. It moves me and unmovable, you understand?
All right, well then I'll just make this straight. At this time, you technically have no lease. We need to take care of this, all right?
He took my Clint Eastwood, you understand that?
He took my Clint Eastwood! I would like Clint Eastwood back!
He's got no restraint, which is a beautiful thing as an actor and a writer, He really towed the line on this film.
I've got a hostage! You understand? I've got a hostage!
There's no hostage. He's the hostage, believe me.
When things would start to wind down or something wasn't working, we'd just throw Ronnie in front of the camera and shoot something else. Because he was always on. He lived that character.
All right, giddy up, buddy. Giddy up, let's go, bud. Right? Let's go. Come on, buddy, giddy up, onward. Right? Onward. God damn it, go! No, don't go there.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Good work, everybody. If I take one photo with you.
Peter Falk. I almost thought Peter Falk would be unreachable. Like we wouldn't be able to get him in a picture this size. And we actually, Ronnie used to be a bartender at a place in Santa Monica. And Patrick McGowan used to come in there and have a drink every once in a while. Really nice guy, and he would talk with Ronnie and keep his chin up about acting and keep going for it. And when we were casting the part of Father Randolph, we actually called Patrick and asked him to take the part. And he was pretty sick at the time and said, "Look, I'd love to do it, guys, but I can't. You should call it my buddy Peter." Like, Peter, who? He's like, "Peter Falk." We're like, okay. It was strange calling Peter Falk because I called his office first, his private office, and spoke with his assistant, and she saw our cast list and goes, "Do you really have all these people?" I said, "Yeah, we really have all those people." She's like, because Peter doesn't believe you. And I'm thinking, okay, well, can you put him on the phone? I'll send over all their letters, and we have this cast, and we think he'd be great working amongst his peers, and we'd be honored if he'd work with us. Peter read the script, and then he came back and he said, "Okay, if you really have these people, I'm going to do it." His agent said, "Okay, well, you need to drop off some chocolate, some bars of chocolate for Peter with the script. He likes chocolate." And so I did that. I drove to his home in Beverly Hills, and he wasn't home. I left a bag of chocolate and the American Cowslip script on his door.
Can't believe it. 3 times in a row, 3 Sundays. Typical Ethan. He wouldn't even answer his door.
The last time I saw him, he was 4.
I really appreciate you coming, Father. I really believe that he'll listen to you.
When you hear about a poor, simple little soul, sensitive, sweet little sheep, but rejected and despised by the world, you go to him.
Lamb of God.
The beast will run amongst men. Nations will topple. Cities will burn.
Is there anything you think of that you really like about your character more than anything else?
I am nothing like my character, actually. My character's like this punk who cusses all the time and stuff like that.
You gonna play hardball with a hardballer, huh?
Bullseye!
Hey!
Morning, asshole!
What are you doing now?
My job, asshole!
Back up!
Fuck off, bitch tits!
That's hilarious. And what's your mode of transportation?
I ride this really cool bike. It looks like a motorcycle, but it's not. It has this really long front end and it's really cool.
I play Samantha, neighborhood hoe. I'm the neighborhood hoe. I'm the one that,
See you, Candy.
Oh,
I miss us.
Oh, I know. And you've got to start hanging out more. Case closed.
I got a promotion. Uh-huh. I'm training to be a hostess. I start on Saturday.
don't call her a whore, because she's not a whore. I don't think of myself as a whore. I mean, you can't play a whore, because a whore is an end result. It's like when you're playing a bitch, or you're playing a killer, or you're playing an evil person, an actor cannot play evil. Evil is an end result. He only can play actions, emotion.
He, loves his mama.
Hey there, guys. Hey, Penguin.
And I am hilarious.
You're very funny.
Well, buddy. Thank you, man. Did you see it?
I saw the whole thing, dude. I love you, man. You're so good. You're good. You're like Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Josh is heavyweight, and he does outstanding with his role.
My character relates to the story. I play one of the deputies alongside Val, who plays the character of Todd, which is Ethan's brother in the film. So my character's the cop who's slightly neurotic. Thinks he's a little cooler than what he is. Kind of like a Tackleberry type of police academy. So that's kind of the way we went with it, so it's pretty funny.
I am very, very, very angry right now! Super upset right now!
Hey, he's my brother. Take it easy. Hold your fire unless he morphs into a hellhound or something.
When do we anticipate that happening, sir?
Well, I play the father of the young girl, Georgia, played by Hannah Hall. And she's starting to fall for the kid who lives across the street.
I like your tux.
I like your tux.
Thanks. It's my dad's, but he never wears it. What's wrong with him?
I don't know, you know, he's feeling badly today.
He looked fine yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm very protective of my daughter, just wandering around, going out with anybody, particularly a neighborhood kid who doesn't seem to have a lot of game.
Georgia, come back! Georgia!
Oh, Jesus Christ, Georgia, who did this to you?
Hey, that was Father Randolph.
You are an awful, awful man!
Ethan, I'm just kidding. It was my dad. Sorry.
You are an awful, awful man!
Yeah, but I got game. And you got nothing. Just say goodbye to him, honey, because you ain't never gonna see him again.
I'll be waiting.
It's all over for you, son. Come on, honey.
Hannah's good. The script is good. The director is on his way to being a huge force in this business. Mark, he will be a huge force in the business. He's wearing one or two many hats here, but directing and writing, and he wrote it along, of course, with Blevins. But he's got the weight of his shoulders on him now, with very little money to make a movie that he probably should have $5 million to make at the very beginning. And you just have to make it with what they give you, you know. And he's trying to do that. I'm all for guys that try and do that.
No. If you're going to be carrying the cross, then you plant it right where this flower is, right here.
Yeah, there's a preset hole.
Make sure it's turned towards the house.
I'm bragging, but you got a pretty good all-star team here, you know. If we had to field 5, we got 5. Miss Diane collared me and said, would you be interested in this? Tony Hewitt, the producer, was very, very kind to me and is just a sweetheart. Mark David, the way he's trying to do it all, and they're trying hard, you know. I mean, they're pushing the envelope.
I think we're fortunate to have the opportunity to work somebody like Mark David because he is so prepared and capable of doing so much in the process of creating a film, and especially musically, and with a score and also with soundtracks. You know, like take someone like Martin Scorsese, who is just brilliant at putting together soundtracks for his films. He understands the fabric and how to get the color of a film. And Mark understands that greatly. And with a piece like American Cowslip, there's so many different musical elements. And he wanted it to be that way because he enjoys music so much, he enjoys filmmaking so much, and that's why this is a fun ride.
American Cowslip I scored with Joseph Blaustein, and you know, we at first I think it's difficult for composers to deal with a director-composer because you sometimes have a really firm idea of what you want to do with the picture and what should accompany it. But having been in a band my whole life, I relate to musicians like I relate to actors. And you know, Joe and I had a really great time scoring the film because we had two aspects to music.
what we had to do was come up with a lot of original material song-wise that had this classic rock element to it. And Mark and I decided to go the route of having a traditionally symphonic score. We could have just stuck with a song score, essentially, and just had it driven by the songs and for the soundtrack itself. But we wanted to kind of keep it traditional because of all those emotional elements in the picture.
The faith and the hope of the apostles, the blood of the martyrs, and the pious intercession.
Damn straight, bud.
Command you. The cursed dragon and you diabolical legions be rejoiced. Hurry. By the living God, who so loved the world, that he gave up his only son, that every soul believing in him might not perish, but have life everlasting.
You know, we'd be screwing around with melodies and stuff and motifs for all the characters, which are really important, you know, writing a different motif for your main character, for the love interest, for the bad guy, you know. And the greatest thing about Joe, other than the fact that he really has a profound understanding of music in general and writes beautiful music, is that he really knows his orchestration. And that orchestration also ties in with all the stuff we did with the rock band, because that era of music had a lot of strings in it.
Hey! Newsman! They line up for you! I can't hear you! I said it is loud enough for you!
Yeah, fine, thanks!
Turn it down!
We knew we weren't going to have enough money to license all the 70s rock that I wanted to be the backdrop of, you know, the soundtrack to Ethan's life, aside from the score. So we started a band called, at the time we were called Rolling Thunder for the movie. And every rock track, aside from California Dreamin' and the, I don't know how to classify Wild Thing, not the, you know, the Tone Loc version, is our band now called Ultra Rev, Rolling Thunder at the time. And you know, we had to write two kinds of music for this film. And with the Ultra Rev, it was Joe, myself, a gentleman named Chris Cann, Dean Truitt, and Ben Shepherd, who used to play with one of my favorite bands of all time, Soundgarden. And you know, we all got together and wrote these great rock and roll tunes. Just, you know, I remember telling everybody, I just want to write music that I'd want to hear at a bar if I were drinking a beer that would be on the jukebox.
I'm gonna shut it off. I know what you're doing in there.
Quiet riot.
You don't have to hide it from me.
Kinda like sugar, kinda like spices. Honey, I love you.
Going back to what I was talking about earlier, scoring the film, to me, is part of the rhythm of the movie. The editing's part of the rhythm, the score, the acting, they all tie in together to make, you know, your movie. And I really love being a part of all those aspects. And that's something I really enjoy about filmmaking, is you can really affect people with your vision.